things that cause the gender discrimination in your opinion?
The main things that cause gender discrimination?
Yes.
I think that it's the idea that women somehow are less than men, that women cannot do things to the same level that a male can do. So in the workplace, in society, in government. And I also think that it's the problem that in most of our governments, it's male-led. So the people who are making the big decisions are often male. So you're not getting necessarily what women need and what would be the women's rights and perspectives.
In these bustling metropolises, Wu Hua, a 41-year-old company owner, independently managing a finance company. People would like to describe her life as riding a roller coaster. After experiencing the family misfortune, 27-year-old Wu Hua abandoned her marriage and decidedly took her little daughter while starting her own business career. Living by herself, she has no one to talk to when feeling deprived. No one could take care of her when facing illness. Even no one could lend her a hand when a lamp is broken. How a woman successfully bring her children up without any financial support. How she break the stereotype of woman is weaker at the workplace. That's the power from strong woman.
在我对我女儿的教育中也是很简单，就是从小就让她树立正确的三观。比如说她在幼儿园的时候，我就让她做一个坚强的小女孩。比如说男同学能做的事情，一定也让她自己去完成，绝对不可以说哭鼻子呀，回家跟妈妈闹啊，来达到她的愿望。这在我们家已经这么多年从来没有过的。那么其次呢，就是在我女儿的身上一定要让她有独立的人格。她今年已经18岁了，不管什么事情她都会自己拿主意。还有一个理念就是一定让她有独立的思想。在遇到重大事情的时候，我从来不会告诉她你应该怎么做，而是让她自己去判断和分析，用她自己的行为模式去分析应该怎么处理这件事情。基本上就是3点一线。我喜欢早睡早起，那么除了工作时间和休息的时间，我会把我自己的其他时间分配在锻炼身体、健身，以及画画啊、弹吉他呀这些方面，我会尽可能的增加我的业余爱好，然后丰富自己的思想。我认为一定要有自己的信仰，其次呢，一定要有自己独立的人格。那么最主要的，现在当今社会一个独立女性的标志，就是要有独立的经济，有可以主宰自己经济的话语权。我认为这3点是非常重要的。
Amy is a girl who came from Inner Mongolia. She came to Dalian alone for studying when she was only 9 years old. She gradually became independent, not only on study but also on daily life. When faced with difficulties, she can reasonably use her own rational judgment and independent thinking to solve problems. Every day, she will arrange her life in an orderly manner. Except to go out to study and rest, she will spend time to enrich her life, such as dancing. Although dance is only her hobby, she always asks herself to reach the highest standard and make unremitting effort for every dance movement. The life she performs is colorful, independent, powerful, and what she wants.
Yes, I do think I'm a strong and independent woman. When I was young, my parents usually don't spend too much time on me. And also, as you know, that I came to Dalian when I was really young for studying. The unfamiliar environment and combined with my parents' education way gradually made me become independent. And I just living and studying by myself for around 4 years. And during this period, my parents will only just come and see me for twice a month. So I think I'm an independent woman just based on all of those experiences. Honestly, although I'm ready to become independent, I still want more autonomy from my parents. Yes, I have faced the difficulties and challenges by myself, but I also have experiences when people are encouraging and solving the problems with me together. That is so much easier and warmer than I to do myself. So, if I got a chance to have more time to accompany with my family, I will see it as a treasure. But if my life could only be independent, I can also make my life become beautiful. Wow, that is a hard question. I think it could be seen as a rebellious behavior. I think it is normal because most of the children will have this period in their life. But if those children just continue to make those things through their life and nobody stop them, it is their parents' fault. Because the independent that their parents are thinking about is not an independent that their children are thinking about. So those children are just going on a wrong way, and it is their parents' duty. Yes.
Values that make women independent. Well, I think values that are based on the good for their community, the good for their family, and the value of doing the right things for the right reasons. And when you are strong with those values, I think that it helps you go far.
I think it's going really well. I think we're making really, really good strides.
Most feminists are about the more rational ideas of let's make sure society is equal and that people are as close as possible getting equal pay for equal work, equal rights, equality.
Well, there's been some awesome things happening and changes happening and more women getting recognized for what they are bringing to society, and we're getting more recognized in the workplace.
I think that we still have a long ways to go. I know that even though it's the year 2019, there are still a lot of inequalities, especially in workplaces. I know that I was the very first female principal of a high school in the town that I'm from in Canada. And I think that's, although I'm proud of that, I think that's a very sad thing that it took so long for a female to become the principal of a high school. It took decades before someone was promoted to that. So I think that there's still a long way to go. Also in salaries, in many places in the world, women have lower salaries. And also if we think globally, there are places in the
think that like with a lot of things, there's a range of ideas within the movement, and I think unfortunately what a lot of people, when they hear the word feminist, they tend to think of the extreme side of it, and that side of it I'm not really a big fan.
To say that men and women are treated equally, I think would be completely incorrect. I still think that there is so much that has to be done in society for gender rights to be equal. I think we're so far from that, and that there still has to be a lot of movement.
That's a very good question. Women being helped as opposed to being treated equal. I think I worry that there's not, the perception is that you're treating someone equally, but actually it's not equal across the board. Maybe in this moment you're thinking, I'm going to treat this male and female equally, but if you look back, maybe the one of them didn't have the opportunity to have as good an education, or have an opportunity within their company, or just within their family. So if you're going to treat someone equally, it has to be from birth all the way through, not just in that moment. Sometimes in order to be equal, women will need help, and maybe they need a scholarship, maybe they need someone to mentor them. I think that women can mentor women, and it's really important that women who have risen in their communities are making sure that they are helping young girls to see that what they can do and what they can accomplish, and also to help the women around them and everyone around them to realize their potential.
I don't think it's that easy. I don't think that there's anything wrong with a woman living in a household where her partner makes more money and takes care of her financially. But I also think that it's fine if it's the other way around, that if it's the woman working and supporting a man financially. So I don't think that as long as the woman is proud of her situation and that it brings her self-happiness, I don't think that a woman necessarily needs to be working to be independent. I think that it's perfectly fine for the partner to be making money as long as it makes her proud and happy. Yeah.
I like to think I am an independent, strong woman.
I do think I'm an independent and a strong woman.
I think it means that you are willing to voice your opinion. I think it means that you are willing to stand up for things.
I think I am a strong woman. I've tried my hardest in life to move my career forward, to move my education forward. I'm very outspoken. I like my opinions to be out there. I try really, really hard. And it can be very difficult to be a woman because women have so many stereotypes and pressures of how they are supposed to act, what jobs they are supposed to do. So I try my hardest to not let those stereotypes impact me and to do what I want to do because it makes me happy, not because I'm supposed to do it because I'm a female.
I think it's important to look at what does that mean, independent and strong.
I think that a proud woman, independent woman could be many different types of women. I think that I am just one independent woman, but a stay-at-home mom is a proud independent woman. There is no one type.
I know that I never stand anywhere on my own 2 feet. I always have the support of my family. I have the support of my coworkers, I have the support of my friends. I'm also willing to acknowledge all the people who helped you to be independent and strong and enable you to be independent and strong as well.